Okay, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
We're
All right,
in
all right.
like Flynn.
We're in it. We're up and Adam, ready to go on the air. Everybody keep quiet, on the air.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, and speaking of keeping quiet, Curran and I thought it would be really entertaining if for this episode we mix things up a little and get a little crazy.
Let's
And
do it.
neither of us are going to say a word for 1 hour, and you
That's
can listen
right.
to that.
Absolute silence. How often do you get that in the world these days? How often?
Pretty original.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, have you ever tuned into a podcast just to hear silence?
That's right. How much do you value originality?
Pretty gutsy. I like it. Let's do it. I think the bigger question is how long can we last with the silence?
Well, speaking for myself, probably not too long.
Yeah. It's hard to stay silent. It's not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, it sounds so easy.
Yeah.
But then when you try to do it, it's not so easy.
No, not at all. Not at all. But hey, you know what? We're all about pushing horizons here. But the people here tuned in to hear a show, so we'll spare them the silence.
We'll spare them the silence. If they wanted silence, they would sit in their car with no podcast. So they probably want to hear us talk.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. So what do we have for them today?
What do you
want
have
to
for the
start
day?
today?
What do we have fresh off the take? Well, fresh on the deck. We
Hot off
got
the presses.
a couple of tuna, a couple of mackerel. Let's start with updates.
Okay, that's good.
And do you want to go first?
No. All you.
Okay. Maybe it can be like at a restaurant when you don't know what you want to order, and then
Do you know what you want?
yeah, all right, why don't you go first? And I'm like, I am not prepared. I have no clue what I want. But by the time you three are finished ordering, I will know.
Waiter's questioning every decision he made in his life.
Yeah.
Waiting for you to choose the chicken quesadilla.
Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, I know. What are waiters thinking about while they're listening to these fatzos sitting there, like naming each ingredient that they want in their tuna salad?
Yeah.
Is the waiter kind of sitting there, kind of thinking, okay, lettuce. Oh, I can get behind that. I love that he loves lettuce. I doubt it. I bet they're thinking like,
just order the soup already.
They're probably thinking about somebody they swiped left on Tinder for, an hour ago.
Will they call me? Will they swipe back?
Yeah, is she out of my league? I don't know.
so
Let
many
me take a shot. Swing for the fences. That's what Uncle Ralph said.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes. We
Yes.
don't need an Uncle Ralph.
Well, yeah, everybody does. Is your update about Uncle Ralph? Because
Thank you for bringing it back to that.
I love Uncle Ralph updates. Yeah, I'm trying my best here. I told you.
I know.
Sensei is back. He's right behind me. This time he's got a bamboo stick.
Thank
Those
you,
hurt.
Sensei. I need a good whack. I'll box your ears. So, like Mr. Nagraj, your gym teacher.
Oh my goodness.
We may need him here.
Oh my goodness, no.
You probably don't want him here.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Yeah.
So basically update. Yeah. So I had a doctor, I had to go to, I was trying to set up a doctor's appointment this past week.
Okay.
And they told me that the consultation fee, because my insurance was not going to cover this doctor.
Geez. Oh, God.
And they told me the consultation fee, which I knew going in, but they told me the fee would be $500 for 1 hour.
Oh, my goodness.
Of consultation. They're not even doing anything. They're just talking to you.
$500?
Yes.
what kind of is this like some kind of special doctor? Like what kind of doctor is? I mean, you don't have to share if you don't want to, but that's
Breast
pretty outrageous.
augmentation.
Oh,
No,
I've always said that you needed one of those.
you were right.
I guess you were bitten by the California bug after all. You know,
I've come to
eventually,
terms.
Los Angeles claims us all.
That's what my dad used to say when I moved out here. He was worried about me.
One day
still
you're
is.
trying to make it as a musician. The next day you're getting your breast augmented.
That's what LA will do to you, people. The liberal media is right.
That's
You get out here to the West Coast, guess what? Kiss your old identity goodbye. Your family will never recognize you again.
Today you're a person, human being. Tomorrow you're identifying as a surfboard.
Today you're a man, tomorrow you're a phantom. What's a phantom? It's whatever you think it is. Oh, that's not good.
I love LA. I had to drop that. You had to drop it. Randy Newman. Just
Randy Newman. My God. Speaking of someone trying to be a musician, Randy Newman, like,
oh my
how did
goodness.
I mean, I enjoy him, but like, how did he discover that voice that he does? And
I
then
don't know. Good question.
how early in his career did it catch on? It's like, wow, what are you doing?
That's a
so
great
weird.
question. I might save that as one of my questions in the question
Oh, good,
section of
yeah.
the show.
You could
So
totally do that.
I'm gonna save. I'm calling that as one of my questions at one
You
point.
call it. You
Okay, I
can call
called
it, and it's yours.
Okay. Yes, it's mine. Thank you.
It's a good one.
Let's keep going with your update because
Thank you.
You were that's
Yes.
outrageous.
I was on a
$500.
roll,
Yeah.
rolling on the river. Good. It's a good song. So yeah, I was trying to set this doctor's appointment this past week, and the
Right.
the aloof receptionist with whom I spoke on the phone, some girl who was like 20,
Right.
and she's on the phone like booking appointments for this like 63-year-old doctor. You know, it's just
Yeah.
weird, but whatever. Because she doesn't know what she's talking about, and every time I would ask a question,
Mhm.
she wouldn't even politely say, "Oh, give me just 1 second. I'm going to look into that." No, she didn't even bother. She just would disappear.
Okay.
It would cue the hold music,
Okay.
and I'd be sitting
Love
there
it.
waiting, and then she'd come back, and she'd give me the answer because she went to ask someone, you know, 'cause she
Right,
must
right.
be new.
Right.
But it's like, why didn't they teach her to say, "Oh, hold on just 1 second. I'll be right back."
Right.
What happened to manners? Whatever. You do you, boo-boo. So I heard that hold music like 20 times. Anyway, so I asked her, you know, what's the consultation fee? And, you know, it's not like they can say like, I know it's a bit steep. They're not
Right,
gonna,
right.
They just have to deliver it like a cold brick of reality in your salad. Just
Of course. Yeah.
$500 for 1 hour, sir. And then you're like, and you just have to be like, all right.
Okay.
Okay. Because part of you wants to sound like you have money, so you don't want to be like,
Yeah, of
oh,
course.
Jesus, what? Like, you don't want to do that because you want to maintain a little dignity. even though who cares what this woman thinks? And then but you also want to be respectful because you know she's telling like 100 people a day this number.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like she's allowed to just change it to please
Right.
them.
Right.
She has to deliver reality to them. Anyway, so, oh my God. So she's like, yeah, $500 for the consultation.
Okay.
And my update is this. What I realized was that, you know, because I remember going to see a similar kind of specialist back
Okay.
about 15 years ago, whenever it was like in 2011 or 2012 or something, I went to
Okay.
a similar kind of specialist. I remember doing a consultation with a doctor of a similar variety in 2012.
Okay.
And I remember, first of all, I don't really remember what the consultation fee was. But what that tells me is it must have been way, 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 way lower.
Right.
because I would have remembered it if it was $500.
Yeah.
And I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of probably $100 or, maybe at the most it might have been $150. But I
Wow.
bet you it was less. I bet it was like 80, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
Now I could be wrong because my memory's not great on it, but it was so much lower in 2012. That's not long enough
No.
ago to go from $80 or $100 for a consultation,
Right.
or even $150 to $500
I know. Yeah.
cash.
This is like a generational shift in pricing over here. This is like you telling your kid like, oh, back in my day we only paid $80 for it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're paying $500 for
Yeah,
it.
back in my day, 10 years ago.
Back in my back in my
Back in my day, like 10 years ago, like it's not
Jeez.
even back in another day. It's
Yeah,
not
no, it's
it,
like a few years ago.
yeah, it's like a few years ago. And then that made me realize that, you know, today in the current like global economy we're in,
Mhm.
I feel like what $80 felt like in
Yeah,
2010
yeah,
or 2012 is about the same as what $450 or $500 sounds like now.
right. Yes,
And that's
yeah.
fucking insane.
It is insane. It is insane.
Like
You're
that's so twisted. But that's what I realized from this, because I'm actually thinking about paying it. I mean,
yeah.
it's painful, it stings, but I'm not even, honestly, I wasn't that surprised. I wasn't
Jeez.
that surprised. And the fact that, yeah, so just like the fact that $100 in 2010 or $80 seems comparable, it's insane. Like
Yeah,
today, $20 is like a dollar, dude.
I know.
It's
Yes,
like a fucking dollar.
it's insane. But
Good luck
before,
buying a sandwich.
yeah, I mean, funny you should say that. Like the dollar menu is like non-existent. Like there, you could get you could get stuff for a
Can't
dollar
get a
back
warm
in
hug for $1 today.
warm. That's gonna cost you, buddy.
Yeah, that'll be $15.50. But it's a short hug. It's a longer hug, it's $30.
If you want to smell my hair, it's going to be another 10.
That'll lead me into the story I'm going to tell.
It's like, no.
Speaking of hair,
I'm gonna take a step back right now, but but just to clarify, this is not
yeah.
like some special doctor, like top of his field kind of guy, like none
Well,
of that stuff.
this is it's a good question, Karan. What I will clarify is, I mean, I think kind of yes,
Hmm.
but also when I give the example of paying about $80 to
Yeah,
$100 for a
right.
similar one, I'm talking about a doctor of a comparable level of prestige
Mm,
in the same field
okay, okay,
10 years ago or 12 years ago,
right.
15 years, whatever it was, 2012, whatever, as today.
Yeah,
So they're comparable. They are
yeah.
comparable. And so in 2012, same type of doctor, same level of prestige, $80 to $100 for a consultation. Today, $500.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right. I mean, I would say, I mean, I think most people would agree that cost of living is pretty much the number one pain point of pretty much,
Complaint.
yeah, complaint that everybody has these days, unless you're really, really, really rich or
Or
very.
unless you're Kamala Harris and the entire speech you give to try to get me to vote for you is about like achieving racial justice.
Yes.
And I'm like, listen, bitch, that's really lovely.
Yeah.
And we all want that. And guess what? It's not 1943. So I think we have made a little progress towards
Yeah.
that goal. I know it's not perfect, but could you actually at some point
Address.
address the fact
Yeah.
that I live in a box
Yeah, absolutely. I
by the
mean,
river?
I don't want to get too political here. We're not political people, but like,
We
I
could be
think
occasionally,
we
but
could
not
be.
usually.
I mean, I think everybody. I mean,
If
you
it hits
can't.
us, on a personal level,
Yeah,
we have no choice but to be
right.
somewhat,
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
if it's affecting your wallet, if it's affecting your quality of living, it
Yeah,
makes me feel like these companies and corporations, and I heard someone else say this, but I'm starting to feel like I'm really seeing what's happening is, and I know that there are some pressing global events that are affecting, obviously, like the cost of fuel and stuff. But I mean, the
Yeah, right,
economy
right.
was shitty
No, it was
before
bad.
this war,
Yeah,
like a month ago.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, gas is is insanely expensive right now. On
yeah,
the cheapest end, it's like $6 a gallon in Los Angeles right now.
yeah,
But but which is insane. But um, aside from those global events, it feels like there's some kind of trend where companies are trying to see how far can we push people, like how much can we cut our costs
yeah.
and maximize our
Absolutely.
profits. How much can we cut our costs and raise our prices? How much can we get these suckers to pay? We've seen that they will pay $12 for a hamburger at McDonald's.
Right, right.
That's a great little experiment in evil. We've learned that works. Let's see if we could go a little further. Let's try $14. And how about this? While we're at it, let's raise the cost of a Coke to $5. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens. See if they
right.
pay. See if those idiots pay it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what companies are doing.
It's a vicious cycle for sure. It's people are getting hit from all angles. It's like you said, it's not only just like cost of living, gas prices, but also like yeah, I mean, gas prices directly feed into companies, and companies can, whether it's validated or not, they can use that to say, oh well, we need to charge more because we need to make up the difference, right? Like
Yeah.
for so, and you're just, and the people who suffer the most are the people who are already suffering, which
Yeah.
is
I mean,
unfortunate.
companies are just incredibly greedy, and it feels like, especially the big corporations, there's no integrity. Like it feels like they're
No.
not interested in the value of the experience they're providing. Like if you go back, let's just take a guitar amp for example.
Yeah.
You go back, you look at like the company Marshall
Yep.
and the way guitar amps were all like handmade in London in
Right.
like whatever decade,
Yeah.
1960s, 70s, maybe I don't know when they stopped hand making them, but
Yeah.
probably I think definitely in the 60s they did, 70s, probably 80s too. But anyway, now it's like, how can we outsource this to Vietnam or Korea? How can we or China? How can we get these parts made as cheaply as possible? We don't care if it's shittier than it used to be. We're not interested in the value the customer is actually getting from the thing we're giving them, whether it's a phone, a computer. If it becomes obsolete or breaks in a year, that's fine. They'll just buy another one that's good.
Yeah.
And we don't care if it's worse than it used to be, because guess what? They don't have a time machine. They can't go back to a time when this product was better and buy it. They
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
no choice. We have a stranglehold on the economy. Like they just have to take whatever shit we want to feed them. Like it
Yeah.
feels that way.
I had to buy a refrigerator recently because the one that we had for close to like that was here since this house was built in 2008 kind of broke down. So it's served solid like what, like 15 years, maybe more than that, 17 years actually. And I went to Best Buy to buy a new refrigerator, and the salesperson pretty much told me, he's like, yeah, this refrigerator is, you probably got about 3 or 4 years on it. And I was like, 3 or 4 years. My old one was long.
3 to 4 years.
Yeah, he was like, no, the new ones they don't last as long. They have all these fancy chips and stuff inside them that break very easily. So I don't know how true it is. It's just an opinion of one person. But if what I was most shocked about, that he was just like, he didn't even care about telling me that. He was just like, yeah, this is how it is, bro. Like, you expect this
Yeah.
fridge not to last as long as your old fridge, because they will break much sooner. I mean, you don't have to look any further than your own phone. Think about how many phones you've gone through in the last few years compared to maybe in like the late 2000s, when iPhones had just come out. People were, using their phones for a lot longer then, but now it's
Yeah.
like they switch out a lot quicker. So
It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean, I can't believe he had to say that to you with a straight face. It's like that receptionist telling me it's $500 for
Yeah,
1 hour of consultation.
it's like this is your reality. Deal with it.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with it? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
They're like,
exactly it.
listen, I get yelled at all day long. Why do
Yeah,
you think I'm so rude and have no manners? I'm miserable.
yeah, because
Maybe that's why customer service sucks today. I don't know.
maybe. I
Doesn't
mean,
always suck. I mean, it depends on the company and it depends on the way they treat their employees. But yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's a constant thing. But for sure, like I was going to say, maybe you didn't ask her. You weren't outraged at the $500 price tag, but maybe some people were because it's quite a lot. Like $500. That's
Oh no,
like,
I mean,
you know,
I was outraged. It's just I've learned to swallow all of
yeah,
my rage because there's
yeah,
nowhere for it to go.
right.
I
Yeah, I
mean, there's
mean, yeah.
nothing I can do. I'm powerless like the rest of us. I just have to either, either accept the price they give me or don't and go somewhere else. And where the fuck else? What am I going to go do? Some medical procedure with some back alley witch, some hack who has no, I have no choice. I want to use a doctor who is
Yeah,
well accredited.
right, of course.
So he's going to then use that to his advantage to be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to charge these bitches as much as I possibly can. I don't care.
I remember a few years ago, there was a guy who this became really famous. This was a jab at the US healthcare system, where he said, like, for the cost of a hip replacement in the US, I could fly to Spain, get my hip replaced, run with the bulls, break my hip, replace it again, come back from Spain, and I'll still pay a lot less than I would if I was in the United
That's
States.
hilarious.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
amazing.
like, yeah, it's funny what he says, but the fact is, it's true. Like, yeah, there's such a thing called medical tourism that happens in Thailand, India, because these countries, yeah, they're cheaper, but it's not like they don't have competent doctors. We have, I mean, I'm sure if you lived in America at some point, you've seen an Indian doctor. It's because it's pretty much one of the number one professions that parents push their kids to in India. So like you're trained, and because we have such a crazy population, doctors in India are exposed to so many different varieties of cases that they become pretty competent for the most part. I'm not going to say everybody is, but for the most part, they're pretty competent. So medical tourism is actually very big in like Thailand and India, where like people from
Wow.
the West go here and they get treated by specialists out there, and then they come back and they don't end up going bankrupt because they have some kind of condition they need to treat, but the cost of doing that in the US is insane. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's yeah, we've got a bit of a winner take all
Yeah,
mentality here in the US, and it's like,
yeah.
well, I can afford this. Fuck you if you can't.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it's capitalism at its finest. I mean, it's definitely I do see like there are like people trying to challenge it. Like I know that like Mark Cuban, for example, has been talking a lot about like how like pharmaceuticals, for example, are so overpriced in the United States, and he has his website Cost Plus or Cost Free Drugs, where like he is very like transparent about the cost of the drugs that they sell, and yeah,
That's cool.
but it's obviously not going to help you, but at least it's something. Like I feel
Yeah.
like it's someone is some at least some billionaire out there is doing something positive. I feel like all of them are supervillains at this point because I'm just like all the billionaires I hear about are just doing such dystopian shit that I'm like, oh my god,
I know.
can one person please just do one thing for
Yeah.
humanity? Oh, it's so
I
funny.
wonder what Elon Musk is up to. I haven't heard a lot about. He's doing something. Yeah.
I
Real, real
started.
quick though,
Yeah.
I actually googled him yesterday. I can't remember why, but
Okay.
he's worth I think 830 billion.
Yeah, yeah. It's some
He's the
insane
richest
amount.
man in the world currently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's and like every time like Tesla or any of his stocks go higher, like rise, he gets richer and richer. I mean, because a lot of these guys have their value tied to the stock market.
Yeah.
So
It's not all liquid.
no, no,
He
it's
doesn't
not.
have like $830 billion in a piggy bank at
It's yeah,
home.
it's like Scrooge McDuck where he has it all in like a vault and he goes swims in it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Although he has enough that he could do that and still leave a
Yeah,
lot in the stock
yes,
market.
yeah, he definitely could. He definitely could. Yeah,
Give me a swimming pool full of $1 bills. Yeah. Do a high dive into that. That's
yeah,
funny. I would
yeah.
actually, yeah, that's really
I can
fun.
probably
Yeah.
do that right now with like Zimbabwe dollars or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or what's the?
Or Venezuela
Oh yeah.
pesos, or I
Oh,
forget the currency.
dude,
Yeah.
I bought a machete in Peru one time for
Okay.
like it was like 2 pesos or something.
Nice.
Whatever it was like the equivalent of like $2.
That's
And
insane.
it's the best machete I've ever bought in my life. I've owned maybe about 3 or 4. And it was just it's never broken. I used
Yeah.
to play with that thing when I was a kid. I used to cut down trees for fun.
Yeah.
Young boys are very destructive.
Yeah.
It's probably for the best you have a girl. Otherwise, I don't know if you'd still have a house.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, young boys have a lot of and it's not wrong either. It's just they're built
Yeah,
with this.
right,
They've got
right.
a lot. They've got this whatever it is. I don't know, testosterone or whatever. But it's like they're just built to just like go out in the
Destroy
woods and break
things.
stuff and see what happens if I break this or that. And
Yeah.
listen to anybody saying like girls and boys are no different. They're the same. No, they are different. Okay, because I had a sister. I remember. She was playing with little pink dollies all day
Yeah.
long, and she never broke anything. I broke
Yes. Yeah.
everything. I used to set things on fire in the yard.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? Why? For
Yeah.
what purpose? You know? Because I was a boy. I was a little boy. Yeah. It's,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean to clarify, like no one's telling you that girls have to be a certain way, boys have to be a certain way, but there is some
No.
inherent differences because of
If a girl wants to
hormones
go
and
burn down a
biology.
barn, I say do it. That's fantastic. That's awesome. That's let me get her number.
Feed that pyromaniac inside you.
Yeah.
Let's go to a Rammstein concert, have some fun.
Yeah, I want to. Yes, I want to see a girl headbanging at a Rammstein
be
concert.
awesome.
That's freaking awesome.
It gets a thumbs up in my book if I, you know.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
And it's not weird at all. It's
No,
not. It's
no.
awesome. It's awesome to be authentically true to yourself.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah.
what you should strive to be. You know.
Absolutely. And at
Yeah.
the same time, it's also simultaneously okay and true to say girls and boys are a little bit different in some ways. And
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that there's no one answer to everything. So it's
No.
good if there's multiple answers to everything.
No.
And that way, no one is right. And you know,
As
just-
nice and convenient
Yeah.
as it would be if life were only black or white. It's not. Sorry. It's very
Yeah.
gray. Lots of gray. So
Yeah, guess what? This isn't gravity.
what it
There
is.
isn't one answer. It isn't the law of nature. So just it's okay to have multiple answers to one thing.
totally makes the
But-
world interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, were you done with your update? By the way, I keep
Oh
trying.
God, I don't even
keep-
know where it
keep trying
began
to-
and where it ended. I am done, by the way. I'm done.
I'm on the train tracks. I don't see the tracks anymore. So I just don't need to know.
Was there? I don't even
Was
know.
there a track
Was there a
to begin
train?
with? Was there a train to begin with?
This train track has a lot of detours.
Nice.
But I am done. Yes,
No,
I'm
okay.
done.
But that was great because it actually like it raised a very interesting point, and not interesting, but a very valid point, which is the cost of living of things is just terrible. But yeah, I
How
would,
is Medicare and how is medical stuff in Canada?
Oh.
Because you're Canadian. I want to hear your perspective on that. Actually.
Yeah, sure. Okay, just to to wrap this topic up in
Yeah.
Canada, we don't we pay taxes. My paycheck is so is so whittled down by taxes. It's insane.
Interesting.
But guess what? If I ever do need to see a doctor, if I ever go to the emergency room, God forbid, or my family does, we don't pay a dime. However, it's not everything's not sunshine and rainbows. When you go to the emergency room, there is a wait. Like you, there we have sometimes waited for up to like 4 to 5 hours, and these days that is supposedly fast for 4 to 5 hours. I hear stories of people waiting like 8 hours, 9 hours. There's all kinds of horror stories about that. So it's not a perfect system, but you will not go bankrupt from a medical condition in Canada.
Mm.
That's for sure. Our taxes do pay for your Medicare. Now, suppose you need to see a specialist, like how you need to see right now. What's great about the U.S. is you can just pick up the phone and call the specialist office and say, "Hey, I need to see a specialist. I need if you feel like there's something wrong with you and you want to see a specialist, you can get that care immediately
Mm.
for a cost, obviously. In Canada, you can't. You have to go
Mm.
through your family doctor. You have to call your family doctor and say,
Get a referral.
yeah, get a referral. And the family doctor will only give you a referral if they feel it's warranted. And after you get the referral, you call the specialist office to make an appointment. And it's not like you can see them next week or 2 weeks from now. I have heard people have like being told, okay, we have an opening in like 4 months, 5 months, which if you have a non-serious condition, that's fine. But suppose you have, God forbid, something life-threatening that could get progressively worse in 4 to 5 months. You're in a bad position. Of course, they do their best to
Mm.
evaluate you, and like if your family doctor is saying, yeah, this person might have something life-threatening, they will push you up to the top. So that way, the system
Mm.
is in place. But
Mm.
obviously, there have been times when things have fallen through the cracks. People have like suffered for longer than they've had needed to because of the delay. So it's not a perfect system, but you know, it's I would say one thing: most Canadians would prefer this than what the U.S. has for
Mm.
sure,
Interesting.
because they you don't you don't have to like lose your house or your life savings because you have a
Yeah.
threatening condition, and
Go
which
into
is
$50,000 of debt that you
yeah,
never pay off.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's that. We do have that part going for us. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a system that doesn't cater to literally every single niche
Yeah.
need that anybody could ever have in the most convenient way for the richest person you can think of. But
Right.
it does cater to a much larger number and variety of people
Yes. Yeah.
who need healthcare. And it's like, let's face it, needing healthcare, it's not the same thing as being hungry and being like, I'm in the mood for a hamburger. Or I mean, it is the same as being hungry, and that's a bad example. So it's not the same as being like, I want a car or a bike, or I want whatever product you can think of, anything, a new blender. It's
Right.
a necessity. You have no choice. Your ear is you have an ear infection, you have a throat infection, whatever it is. Um, one, depending what it is, you could potentially die from it if
Yeah.
it's untreated. And
Right.
it's just like you don't really have a choice about treating it, but it takes this incredibly high level of expertise and experience to treat it and fix it. And so it's complicated because like doctors, my dad's a doctor, and it's like, doctors, they go to school a long time. They work hard, they do work hard. I mean, ultimately everything they know is coming out of a book that someone else invented. So necessarily the most they're not necessarily the most innovative or creative people in the world, but they are very bright,
Right.
and they're able to memorize facts and data and understand what it means, and you know, consolidate all that information and use it to good purpose. So we really, it takes a lot of work and focus and time to reach a point where you are truly qualified to safely perform medical procedures or surgeries upon human beings.
Right. Yes.
And so,
And for good reason. Thank
and
you.
for very good reason. And thank God they do. So it does call to question, well, how much do we pay them? Because that's a lot. It took a lot to get this. Not like they did all
Yeah.
that for free to be
Right.
like,
Right.
oh, I
Right.
just like to help people. I mean, they should do, I think doctors should go into it because they genuinely want to help people. Not
Right.
all of them do,
Yeah.
but many of them probably do, but definitely not all. Um, um, I don't even know if it's most, at least in the U.S. I'm not sure. I think a lot of them do it for the money and the prestige, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever. They're smart. They don't have another dream, and they're like, maybe they like biology. Who knows? And they're like,
Yeah.
look, this is a safe path. I'm guaranteed work. I'm not
Yes.
guaranteed to be a gazillionaire or be famous, but I'm guaranteed work. It's a need. There's
Yeah.
non-negotiable need. If you're an
Yes.
ENT
Yes.
doctor or whatever doctor, guess what?
You are
We need
needed.
you.
Yeah.
We
Society
need you.
needs you. No
Yeah.
matter.
We don't even have a choice. We don't
No.
want to need you, but we do
Yeah.
need you. So,
Yeah.
it's so they go, so people have different reasons for becoming a doctor, but whatever those reasons are, it takes a lot of years, a lot of work, a lot of practice and experience,
Yep.
and a
Yep.
lot of knowledge, and they
Yes.
have to be reasonably bright.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's like, how do you compensate that? How do you incentivize that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in America, our answer is basically capitalism for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in other countries like Denmark or Canada or whatever, it's not necessarily the case. So it's just interesting, Curran, to hear but it's also encouraging to, because I definitely believe healthcare should be more accessible to more people. So it's
Yeah.
encouraging to hear you. It sounds like basically up there in Canada where you are, that you haven't had a struggle of any major kind to get the medical care that you and your family have needed. Is that
Right.
accurate?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay, great.
accurate. That's
That's really
accurate.
good.
It's we do have, like I said, there are inconveniences to it, but it's not like I've ever felt neglected. It's not like I've ever gone to somebody and spoken to somebody and felt like they just didn't care. Everybody, all the healthcare people I've met have always done their best. But like I said, there are inconveniences to it, but I do feel, I do feel more secure about it.
Yeah. And, part
Yeah.
of it might just be doctors having to be like, "Oh, okay, listen, I'll make 200K a year instead of 800K,
Yeah.
which, or I'll make 300 or 400K a year instead of $1 million a year.
Yeah.
It might be that. I mean,
Could be.
I don't know.
There's like, for example, there is a subtle push for like private facilities to come in, but they always get a pushback because like the fear is that if there are private facilities, then obviously doctors will want to work there because they will get compensated better. So and
Right.
people don't want that polluting the. They don't see that as a solution to the kind of like the current clogged nature of the socialist system that Canada has of medicine. So yeah, but like I said, it's not an easy answer. There is no one answer to it. It's something that's constantly being worked on. But in
Yeah.
the meantime, at least tomorrow, if I do need medical care, I have confidence that I will be seen and at least given a consultation. and
Especially for,
talked to.
95% of like life-threatening type situations.
Yeah. Yes.
Or
yes.
100% of life-threatening situations and 95% of specialized situations probably.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
What about, I'm guessing that plastic surgery is not covered
No,
up there,
no,
right?
no. But we have plastic surgeons, and stuff up here. They're private. They're allowed to be private.
Yeah.
You can call them, book a consultation, pay out of pocket. That's not covered by the government or anything like that. I think sometimes there's legislation to push for certain procedures to be covered. Like I think in the past. I can't think of an example right now, but for the generally, no. Anything cosmetic, it's out of your own pocket. That's the way it's done.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah, because
Yeah,
it's like why should the taxpayer pay for for
for your
you
nose job.
for your nose job? Yeah,
Although if it's bad enough, they might be willing to get that eyesore out of here.
that's what our last prime minister ran on. That was his platform.
The airlines make you buy an extra seat for that thing.
We're gonna make Canadians beautiful again. Just kidding. There's plenty of beautiful
I'm
Canadians.
sure they're
out there.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
Canadians
Yeah,
chopping
yeah.
wood and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely that, right? Like there's definitely like a frontier side to Canada, which is pretty cool. Like, I mean, most of us live along the U.S. border, but as you start driving north, you definitely feel like the wilderness around you because we don't have as much of a population. We have like the population equivalent of California spread across this continent. I mean, spread across this country that's almost as wide as the U.S. and pretty big if you once you start going up north. So yeah, if you ever want wilderness, this is a good place to be. Yeah.
A lot of beautiful wilderness up there.
Yep.
Here's
Yeah.
a quick, I just Googled celebrities from Canada.
Oh yeah, we have a ton.
Yeah, so you have actually quite a few.
Yeah.
And some of them are beautiful people, so you're doing something without those. I don't know if the plastic surgeons helped them, but probably not. Or maybe. Let's see. Top Canadian stars include Justin Bieber. Oh boy, had to put him first.
Yeah.
Drake. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Can we send any of them back? Too late though.
Yeah. Hey, Jim Carrey was Canadian. He might not be good looking, but he's insanely
Oh, he's
talented.
fantastic.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for Jim.
We have Ryan Gosling, Ryan
right.
Reynolds. Both the Ryans, I think, are.
Oh yeah,
Canadian.
Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah,
Yep, that's on the
yeah,
list.
Yeah.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is
he's a
Canadian?
mensch. He's a good one.
Nice.
We
Yeah.
all love him.
Everyone loves Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams. She's a
Oh,
lovely
she's
girl.
Canadian? I didn't know
She's
that.
beautiful. Yeah.
I didn't know
She
that.
still looks beautiful. Not that,
I haven't seen her in anything recently, but I'm not a good person to ask. I have not seen any movie of for a long time.
Yeah.
I really.
You
yeah.
haven't seen any movie for a long
No, I
time?
haven't seen the movie, man. I haven't seen a movie in so long. And I used to love watching movies. I still love watching movies, but
Yeah.
it just I'm so like mentally exhausted after the day and everything that I just like
really?
like I don't have the capacity to like watch anything. Yeah.
Was it, I mean, is it a mental exhaustion thing or is it a time thing or is it both?
Both. I'd say both.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was your job always mentally exhausting or has it just been recently kicking up?
No, it's just it's everything. Like I like
You're a dad.
having a kid is like because it's like you work and then your second job is being a dad, and then after your kid goes to sleep you have like about a half an hour to 40 minutes to just like me time. So like it's not a ton of time to watch anything. But
Do you and
yeah.
Megs watch movies?
No,
Well,
we haven't seen a movie together in so long. I know, but it's changing because Zoe's growing up. She's old enough. She's already getting old enough where she starts doing things on her own.
how
But
old is she?
she's 3 now. 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
My wedding was 3 years ago.
4 years ago, right?
4 years ago. Yeah, 22, 3, 4,
22,
5, 6, 4
22.
years, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like time flies. But yeah, it's like it's at the same time everybody who I speak to who's has older kids always says enjoy the time when they're young. I know it's taxing, but it's like it's a beautiful time because they're all about you. Like you are their whole world to them. But at some point, and this is what like makes me sad because it's true even for you and me. Eventually, your kids move out. They move on with their lives and they go other places and they do their own things as they should. So like
as they should.
whenever I hear that from like a person with older kids, I do feel like a sadness, but
yeah.
also a happiness at the same time that I even got to experience it. So
You should talk to my mom. She's still trying to get me to move home.
You should,
Oh,
yeah, you sure? You
that's
mean,
funny. And
yeah,
talk about basement dwellers. My mom would love if I just were this stay-at-home son who lived in the basement.
there
I mean,
should
I'm
be,
grateful she loves me that much, but also, it's
yeah,
also kind of like, Mom,
yeah.
I'm trying to be a man, trying to be an adult, trying to make
Yeah,
my way in this insane capitalistic world.
yeah. By the way, I don't we like maybe it's because where I'm from, but we don't see that as I don't see living with your parents as weird at all. In fact, in India, it's customary that kids like live with their parents and take care of them when they are older. Like that's part of like growing up. That's part of like your culture. So yeah, it's
Well,
but
in that
yeah.
case,
Mom,
book
guess
me on the
what?
next flight.
Get her on the
Ticket for
phone.
two, me and Zashi.
She'll be so happy.
Yeah, me and Zashi are gonna be making a long stay,
Yeah, I just
longer than
say
you bargained for.
I don't know if you can. Would you be able to live in Maryland now after living in California
It's
all
a
this
good
time?
question. If I were like 60 years old, but I'm not. I think Maryland is beautiful and there are some really fun things to do there, but there's so many more kinds of viable opportunities and jobs, and the ceiling of how high you can go with a given pursuit
Yeah.
seems. Although I will say this though, to be honest, Karan, especially if it's like you're a musician or whatever, I
Hmm.
feel like today more than ever, I don't know if it matters where you are
Yeah.
that much.
No, no, it
Maybe a
doesn't.
little bit, because especially as I start to play out in venues more, I
Hmm.
think there's a lot more value in the
Being
connections you
here.
might
Hmm.
possibly meet or the people you might meet here in Los Angeles. I mean, I
True.
could literally playing out at a venue, you know, it's not going to grow my fan base to 1 million just because I played at some club.
Right.
But you, in a place like LA, you might meet some famous person who comes up
Yeah.
to you after
Yeah.
and says, "Oh, I really loved that. It was great." Or some famous guy might be in the audience of your little show and they might post about you the next day on their Instagram, and suddenly overnight you're friggin' famous. I mean, that happens. Like, so that's not going to happen in Baltimore or Owings Mills. Very unlikely.
Okay.
Where I'm from, Maryland, it's much more likely in a place like LA. Not saying it's guaranteed in a place like
Right.
LA, but
Yeah.
you have a chance that and it's like I kind of self-produced or I mean, I had some help from Steven, but I kind of self-engineered, self-recorded my like EP. So at the point I'm at, I've already put in that like 10 years of figuring out how to get the fucking thing recorded. And so at this point, I don't know um, if I need some producer to come up to me at a club and offer to record me. And by the way, again, especially today, they're not going to do that for free because,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine why they would. If I were them, I don't think I would. Even if I loved the band, I think I would be like, what's in it for me, And yeah, this band might have a hit and I might love their stuff. But even then, like, even if they cut me in, it's like people don't buy CDs anymore as much. There's
No.
not as much money in the music industry. So I just am curious what would be in it for them,
Yeah.
other than just passion or enjoyment, which when you have to pay your bills, how
Yeah.
far is that
It's
taking you?
it's hard to validate for sure.
It's a little bit, yeah. I'm not saying it never happens, but yeah. But that being said, again, I could I could still meet valuable connections just at clubs and things in LA, which I don't think I could in Maryland. But
True.
again, by the same token, to answer your question, I do think you can be a musician from literally anywhere
Yes.
today because of the internet. So conceivably, yeah, I could live in Maryland, probably have a way cheaper studio space too,
Yeah. Right.
pay
Right.
a lot less for it, which would
Yeah.
be really, really nice. But there's a way less vibrant artistic scene,
Yeah.
or in Owings Mills or
Yeah.
Baltimore. I mean, there's a lot less serious artists. I mean, there are some for sure, but there's
Here around
just so many here.
you don't get the scene. You get
Yeah,
like the benefit of the cost of living factor, but
for
you
sure.
don't get the scene. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember one of the writers I really respect, Nick Pizzolatto, who wrote True Detective, which is season one
Mm.
is one of my
Oh
all time
wow.
favorite. One of my, I think, pretty much as close to perfection of a
Oh,
show.
cool.
Just
It's really good.
for me, because I love not only the subject matter, but like also how it was approached and the philosophy and how it was shot, everything about it. But
Wow,
he said
cool.
something which doesn't apply to musicians, but he said, as a writer, he said the best thing you can do is go somewhere where you have minimal expenses, minimal overhead,
Yeah.
and then just write as until you're like really, really, really good, and really
Mm-hmm.
like seeing that your writing is going somewhere, because
Yeah.
otherwise you're distracted by trying to make a living, trying to like
Yeah.
all the things that you need to do once
Absolutely.
you're an adult. Yeah, but
Totally.
as a
No, I
musician
mean, I
it's hard.
definitely I agree. I mean, I think the best thing that's come out of me being in LA so far has just been meeting my wife.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
she's an LA native. I wouldn't have met her if I hadn't come here. So that's, she's an amazing catch. So that's been the best thing about, I mean, honestly, that's the luckiest stroke I've had in LA. That being said, I've been so kind of nose in the grind, trying to finish my album and record
Right.
this EP and doing it basically like, independently, that it's like, I mean, I've met some really cool other musicians here, and been able to collaborate with them in person a few times, which is cool because if you're not in the same
Right.
state, you have to do it via Zoom or remotely,
Right.
which you can still do, but there is something magic about being in the same room as someone when they're trying to come up with a guitar part or something.
Right.
So I've enjoyed that, but it's not that many times that I've done that, and I haven't played out that many times yet, at least. So it's like, to be honest, the only true benefits I've had of living in LA with this really high cost of living has been, one, I do love LA. I'm gonna
Yep.
say that I do. I love LA. I'm like Randy Newman.
Yeah. I love LA too. Like
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, there's a magic.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
magic here for sure. It's
Yeah.
undeniable. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people want to shit on LA and
Sure.
California for
Sure.
political reasons, but
Yeah.
listen, yeah, we have a high cost of living, but honestly, it's sunny every single day of the year except for like 5 days.
Yep.
It's warm. I mean, the sky is blue, like cornflower blue all year. Again, a few cloudy days. Who cares? Those are fun too.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather's amazing. I can throw on a t-shirt and go outside. I don't have to
Yeah.
plan what I'm going to wear and put on mittens
Yep. Yep.
and scarves. I love that. And there's also a lot of outdoorsy stuff right here in the city that you can access. Like, there's a lot of hikes. And when when you and I lived in Boston, it was like, if we wanted to go on a
I
hike, where the
know.
fuck are you going to do that?
I know. Yeah.
What?
Where are you gonna go?
I mean, there's
Yeah.
Walden Pond. We went there a couple times with Mac.
Yeah.
That's the name we've adopted for him on this show.
Yeah. Right. That's
You know,
right.
his incognito name.
Yeah.
So Walden Pond was fun, but it's like,
Yeah. And there
first
were
of
some
all,
nice beaches, but like
yeah, well, yeah, they were. I mean,
question.
until
Nice.
you've gone to Malibu.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
compared to LA, maybe not, but at the time
They
when
were
we
still
were there,
cool.
they were still
For what
something.
they were, those Boston beaches were cool. It's just a different thing.
Right.
You're not gonna break out a boogie board and go
No.
bask in the sun.
No.
You're gonna kick a few pebbles out of the sand. You're gonna, walk over a few rocks here and there, but it's
Yeah.
it's beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still beautiful in its way. But yes, right, Curran. And so, yeah, I mean, has LA been essential to my success in the entertainment business? Not necessarily.
Not yet.
Not
at least.
yet, not
yet.
so far.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it a lot, though.
Yeah.
Like again, I love LA.
Yeah.
Love it.
We love it.
Look at that bum over there. He's down on his luck. Does anyone know what Randy is saying? No, we don't. Just go with
No,
it.
just go with it. Just him and his haircut in that convertible.
Just let him croon. In my mind, Randy Newman has been 65 years old since the very beginning.
I think he was like born that way. Like he was born sounding, talking with that haircut.
He was
everything.
born with thinning hair. No, I don't know if his hair is thinning or not.
Yeah, I know.
He's
If you
just
guys
been
haven't
old
seen
forever.
I Love L.A., go watch it. It's ridiculous. It's an absolutely ridiculous video.
Yeah. Good. Oh, hey, that could be your song of the day if you want.
Sure, I can make that my
Did you
song.
have a different one, or was?
No.
Okay.
We're talking about it.
Talk about it so much.
It's
It's all we've talked about.
You just
LA.
it's such an absurd song. Like it's from a different time. You can tell that immediately, and it's just Randy Newman just crooning on about how
About
he
LA.
about LA. That's it.
How much he loves it. All the things one might see going on a drive in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. LA is a lot. There's a lot of everything. There's
I
a
think-
lot of everything. Yeah.
I think Randy Newman thought that would be his walking in Memphis, but it just quite didn't. It just went in a slightly different direction there.
Yeah. Slightly different tone.
Oh my goodness.
Like the Randy Newman song "I Love L.A." That's like what you listen to if you want to drive down Sunset Boulevard high on cocaine.
Yeah, yeah. This is it's perfect if you were living in the in LA in like the late 70s and 80s and you just signed the next hot rock group and you just had a cocaine signing party with them and now you're going down.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Walk Hard when what's the word? Exaggeratedly Jewish record executives are kicking their boots in the air, dancing
L'chaim.
because there's L'chaim and saying stuff like that because they're so excited at the hit song that's being recorded in the next room under their record label, and they're just dancing. And then the guy who's like, I forget that actor's name, but he's so fucking funny. He's in some Christopher Guest stuff.
God,
He's so funny.
Yeah, he is. He is John C. Reilly, right? Are you talking about
No.
John C. Reilly?
Well, obviously
No,
John
not
C.
the main
Riley
guy.
is a magical being as well, but this other guy, he's like.
Is he the record producer who's kicking his feet in the air?
Yeah, he's the record producer.
I
He's been in
can't
some
remember his
Christopher
name.
Guest stuff, but he's so funny. He plays almost kind of a Ned Flanders kind of looking guy, but he's just, yeah. I mean, but anyway, so that's when you listen to the Randy Newman "I Love L.A." song is when you're in that kind of mood.
You absolutely ignore all the problems we talked about LA with cost of living, all those things. Just throw them out the window, pretend they don't exist, and then that song will make sense to you.
That's right. That's right. The negative sides of LA are not even entering your mind.
No.
you're playing
Randy
this
Newman
one.
doesn't discuss them at all. He doesn't even. He doesn't.
Well, he mentions a couple of them, but he mentions them in a celebratory tone.
Yeah, like he talks.
And you just have to go with it because you don't have a choice.
Right. Yeah,
You just have to agree.
He's got you along for the ride. So if you commit to that song, listen to that song. He points out homeless people, but he points it out in like a.
He points it out like it's just part of the joyous tapestry of life.
Of America. It's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon to him. He's just like going on about it.
God. Yeah. He points out some homeless guy and he's like, that's LA, baby. It's life. And then the next thing he's talking about palm trees and leggy blondes and then homeless people and LA, baby. So funny.
Yeah.
That's a great song of the day.
That's a great song.
Kind of evolved out of our conversation.
I know, but it's apt because LA has been quite a prominent part about this episode in terms of all the things we talked about.
Well, as usual, there were there were some other things I thought we might transition into and
Yeah.
cover, but yeah,
Nope.
we covered a lot of good ground, so
Yeah.
maybe save them for next time, I guess. But
Yeah.
I did want to throw in if that's going to be your song of the day,
Yeah.
which it sounds like it is.
Yeah, I'll go
I
with
also
that.
have a song of the day
Okay, let's
that
hear
I
it.
want to mention, which is. Oh, by the way, before I dive into that, I'm sorry, Curran. I mean, my God, I mean, this train has missed so many stops, so it doesn't matter. But Curran, did you have any? Did you give an update of your own?
No, I don't really have much to be
Okay,
frank with you. So, like,
that's
yeah, let's
fine.
go with the song of the day. I think that's
Yeah,
way more fun than an
yeah.
update from
Did
me.
you have any stories? Because we have a section called stories. Did you have a story you wanna that you wanted to tell, or I mean,
Not off
anything you
the,
wanted to say, whatever it is?
not off the top of my mind, to be
Yeah,
frank.
that's
Yeah,
fine. It's
yeah.
okay. Yeah, as long yeah. Um,
Let's save it for next time. But
okay.
I'm like invested in the song of the day. I kind of want to know what song you're gonna pick. This is
I love
exciting.
it.
Yeah.
So song of the day I'm gonna mention is by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, awesome. Always
Yeah,
good.
yeah. This song is called White Braids and Pillow Chair. It's a
What?
really weird name, so I'm gonna say it one
I
more
don't
time.
think I've heard that song. Is it
Yeah,
a new
yeah.
song? Is it from the new album?
It's from 2022. It's from
Oh, okay,
2022.
okay, okay. I forgive myself because I haven't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I had
heard
never
much.
heard of it. I heard, funny enough, I heard Edward Norton mention it on some interview.
What? That's
Yeah, because
interesting.
he's friends with John Frusciante and knows them and stuff, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Not that he would need to know them to be a fan of, because I don't know them, and I love a lot of I love
Yeah,
some of their songs.
yeah.
For me, the Chili Peppers, the stuff I love is the John Frusciante influenced
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
You
100%,
know,
100%.
I'm not a grassroots Chili Peppers fan in the sense of that I love
Yeah.
the
Yes.
super funky, not as commercially streamlined stuff they
Right.
did before John Frusciante entered the band, but the stuff they did with him. I mean, I think John Frusciante is one of the best rock guitarists of all time, I would
Yeah.
say. I mean,
Yes.
for me, he's probably on my top 5 list.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
He,
he's brilliant. I think the way he would just play these kind of very kind of delicate, notey, clean guitar parts that were catchy enough and melodic enough to be given their own part of the song and stick with you.
mhm.
I haven't heard another band do that in that same way. So yeah, I think he's innovative. I think he's love John Frusciante, big fan of him.
He brought this melodic. First of all, Chili Peppers also pretty big LA band. Just since it's part of our
Absolutely.
theme, so
I
the
mean, they sing
fits.
about California in
Oh,
every other
like pretty
song.
much,
So
yeah. It's like it's a staple part. It's a staple part of their lyric. But
oh yeah.
yeah, for sure. Like Chili Peppers, great LA band, so it fits our theme. So good song, good pick. Especially a good pick because I haven't heard that song, so I'm gonna go listen to it when I
Yeah,
can.
please do. It's
Yeah,
called White. I'll say the name one more time just because it's a very odd name.
yeah.
Almost sounds like the name of one of our episodes of our show. It's kind of random sounding, but it's called White Braids and Pillow Chair.
Okay, white braids and pillow chair. Cool.
White Braids and Pillow Chair. It's got a great guitar part.
It's with John Frusciante. I'm
Yes,
thinking. Okay,
yes, I believe it is. I
all right.
believe it is. And it's so it came out in 2022. It's from their 12th studio album called Unlimited Love,
Okay.
which came out in 2022, as I said. And they've put out the Chili Peppers have put out 3 albums since 2016. Think about that, dude.
Wow.
At their age, Anthony Kiedis today, currently 2026, is 63 years old.
Whoa. Wow.
And they are still they've still continued putting out like not bad albums. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
not as like great as some of our favorites, but like just they've maintained a pretty high level, a very high level of quality for a long time. It's
Right.
pretty inspiring. It's pretty admirable.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're one of those guys who I couldn't picture them doing anything besides what they do, because
So true.
they just seem like they just seem like they were born to be in that band because
Yeah.
they really they seem to like really gel really well
Yeah.
and
To be
yeah.
fair, they also seem like they can't do anything else.
Yeah,
But they're brilliant musicians, and
yeah, they are.
who cares? I'm
Yeah,
so
who
glad they found
cares?
their calling.
Yeah, I
You know,
mean,
you're so right, Curran. It's like, I feel that way about certain rock musicians, and then other ones you could picture them
yeah,
doing so many other things. Like I think Brian May, the guitarist from Queen, I think he
yeah,
has like a degree in like I don't know if it's chemistry or astrophysics or engineering, some really
right,
smart thing.
yeah,
And then Freddie Mercury was like had a degree, I think, in graphic design, or he
yeah,
studied
yeah,
graphic design.
yeah,
Mick Jagger went to school for economics at some
yeah.
good business school.
Yeah, like the lead singer of Iron Maiden, he's a pilot. Like he,
Whoa.
there's like a lot of people. Maynard from Tool, he has a
Oh God, yeah.
winery. Like before that,
He's
the
a jack of all
band,
trades, yeah.
yeah, yeah, and the band also, I think they were, if I'm not mistaken, they were in like special practical effects or something
Oh
before
yeah.
they did
Adam
music.
isn't Adam Jones, is that the name of the guitarist from
Yeah, yeah,
Tool?
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty special guitarist too.
Tool's an awesome band. Like
Tool is an
it's
awesome band.
yeah,
They're not in my personal top 5 or anything like that, but I have a lot of respect for their talent and their vision. They're pretty amazing at whatever that is that they're doing. Like they're pretty
yeah,
special. Again, I don't listen to them all the time, but whenever I do, it's like I'm glad this is in the world. Like there's something special about this. This is really cool.
yeah. Right.
But yeah, Adam Jones, the guitarist from Tool, he worked, yeah, like you said, Curran, he worked in special effects. I think he worked on the first Jurassic Park, like helping design stuff with the dinosaur models or whatever.
Oh no
And
way! I didn't
yeah,
know that.
apparently when he quit to go start a band, his friends were all like, "Are you out of your goddamn mind? You're gonna stop your career in graphic design, graphic effects for these huge movies to be in a rock band?"
Yeah, little did
Yeah,
they know,
it
I
worked out,
guess.
I guess.
Yeah, for sure. It's really, I
A
mean,
little
really
bit.
did. I mean, I'm glad he did because, like, I
Yeah.
mean, there's, Tool has such unique songs, and we can talk about Tool another time. But let's come
Yeah.
back to the
No,
Chili
but you're
Peppers.
so right. The Chili Peppers, the members of that band, they seem you can't picture them doing anything else.
Yeah,
It's like each one of them was just born to be in this amazing band, and it's an amazing band. But yeah, I'm so glad that John Frusciante joined their band. I think it was a boon. It was a big up for their band, in my opinion. And so yeah. Anyway, yeah. Check out this song from their album Unlimited Love from 2022.
okay.
This song White Braids and Pillow Chair. I was honestly, because I'm always skeptical about what kind of music a sort of like older or legacy band. I don't know if you would consider Red Hot Chili Peppers to be that or not, but maybe they are. But they've been around a long time, and it's like when a band that's been around that long that has a few songs that I really love from a certain period, when they put out new albums. Personally, I'm always just a little skeptical to believe that it's worth my time or to give it a chance. But after discovering this song, thanks to Edward Norton, the I was impressed. Like I was impressed at how good it was at the stage in their career that they were at. When they made
Right.
it in 2022, I was like, this is really cool. Like this has an inventive guitar part that is beautiful and like catchy, typical of John Frusciante's abilities there. And I don't know, it's just like kind of a lovely song, and I was like pleasantly surprised and impressed with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I always love when you can discover like a song, you know, even from a band that's been around for so long, and they come out and they're like, you're like, yeah, that's still awesome. They still have like that magic
It's a
that
great
goes for them,
feeling.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like there's definitely like newer songs from the Chili Peppers which I think are old by now, but like I used to listen to it in like 2020, actually 2019. So that's really old at this point because it was pre.
I think I
And I
might know what you're
was,
talking about.
yeah, they were like, I think it was Dark Necessities, the album or something. So they
Oh,
had a few songs from there.
yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's the album name, but like,
Dark
yeah,
Necessities. When did that come out?
I was liking their stuff. So this is pretty cool. So I'm going to have to listen to them sometime soon. Yeah, nice song
Yeah.
pick.
Hold on one second. I want to see when Dark Necessities came out because I know what you're talking about.
Definitely
When did Dark Necessities
2018 or
by
something.
RCP come out? Let me see. Just a quick little search. You search. Dark Necessities. Oh, good Lord. Okay. 2016?
Oh, she's really old.
Okay, time does fly. Good Lord.
Yeah, it's like 10 yeyears
All
ago. My
right, let me
goodness.
get my walking cane. Let me get my walker here. I feel old. Okay, nice. 2016. Oh,
Time,
wow.
time to go to bed. Just
Let me
kidding.
get my colostomy bag or whatever.
Oh God.
Whew. Grab my wig. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so, yeah. Okay. So let's, we've covered some good ground. Let's
Yeah.
give a positive send off.
Sure. Sounds
for
good.
the week. Let's send them off into the week with something positive.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever comes to mind.
Whatever comes to mind, huh?
Sure.
I'll. I've talked about this a lot of times, but I will bring it up again. Do something that you used to do as a kid, and see if it still brings you the same amount of joy. I have obviously the luxury of doing that because I have a daughter, and sometimes she does things that I'm like, hey, I used to do that. So, like when I do that with her, it kind of like, I don't know, takes me down a very nice path of nostalgia, but also self-reflection. So even if you have a kid, don't have a kid, it's totally fine. Think about something that you used to do as a kid and go do it, and see how it
Love
makes you
that.
feel. Yeah, I'll leave it with that.
That's awesome. It's funny you say that because just recently I sort of had a realization about myself that when I watch an old movie that has like a nostalgic value for me,
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me who I am in a way, or kind of grounds me in like where I've come from, the life I've lived,
yeah,
the tastes I have. Like when I watch an old a movie that, yeah, so yeah, doing things that you loved or that you've done in the distant past sometimes can be like oddly like really refreshing.
yeah,
And kind of, yeah, for me at least, it almost reminds me who I am sometimes.
yeah.
So that's awesome, Curran. Yeah, I think we could go with that. I really like that. I don't
Nice.
even want to muddy the waters. I just want to cruise on through with that one. So thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Guy from Utah and the our wives and maybe Curran's brother, maybe not, depends. And what? Yeah, and then like somebody in Virginia. But anyway, so thanks crowd.
Thanks, crowd. We'll see you all next time.
We'll see you all next time. Have a great week.